Good morning and welcome back to Universal Orlando Resort. Today we're going to be showing off the new wand system. So if you didn't know, this past weekend, March 1st, they actually released the second generation of wands before Epic Universe opens. So there's only a few different options for wands right now, but I do have one of them right now. I already got it. So we're going to be heading in to show you what it's about, what you get with these new wands, and what you can do with them. We are heading into islands first, and I thought I would quickly also mention, if you didn't know, if you're a pass holder, there is a special pass holder entrance towards the exit of the park. That is open during the mornings. I believe it is only mornings. But if you are here and you want to skip the massive lines over at the normal one and you're a pass holder, it's a great spot over here for it. Alright, so we made it back to Hogsmeade now. I thought I'd show you the full unboxing, so I've obviously already opened it, but it's not really changed anything. This is the look at the new boxes. I do like them a lot more. They're a little bigger than the older ones, definitely wider, but with a new design. I don't know if these will be the same ones they'll be having at Epic, or if they'll have exclusive boxes for over there at the Ministry of Magic. Definitely a lot nicer of a packaging experience that this one has. Here's a look at the one I chose. I did choose it's kind of woodsy with like a red stone in the hilt. They are still plastic, but I would say these look significantly better than the old ones did. I just prefer the look. I think they look more realistic, but overall pretty good packaging experience there. Not much different with the wands other than now there's a battery in the hilt. Obviously we'll talk about why in a moment. But I would also show you the new map real quick. Here's a look at the new map for the new wands. I'm assuming this map is also going to be included with the normal wands too. But you can see both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade are on one side, and actually straight on the other side, it's flipped around, is the Ministry of Magic. So we do get our first look at wand locations. You can also see it on the app, but we'll check that out in a moment here. But it's kind of nice to go ahead and start including that because obviously we're getting pretty close to Epic Universe. Then you also get in this like a quick start guide and a battery instruction thing to tell you how to remove the battery and replace it. Alright, so I'm going to try to screen record. Screen recording has not worked for me as well in the past. If you've watched the DuckTale games, it froze a lot on me, so I'm hoping this works fine. So to get to the new section of the wand, I can't really seem to find it in a lot of areas here. The easiest way I found to find it is if you click the Wizarding World, you scroll down, and there's a Universal Play thing. I'm sure there's a spot where you can probably just click on it, but this is the way I found to do it. It's going to be an app-based system. It's going to be kind of similar to if you've been to Super Nintendo World or you've ridden the VillainCon ride. You're going to have an app experience, and it will be there's a lot to do here. So first and foremost, you're actually going to be able to create accounts. You'll be able to choose an avatar. You'll be able to choose your Patronus and your house, and then you'll have a few different settings, options, stuff like that. There's also a global leaderboard every day for both houses and personal. So you'll be able to kind of contribute to your house every day. There's also a leveling system that there's different criteria you have to hit to be able to level up. The easiest one obviously being to cast 7 spells at the Ministry of Magic, but you can't do that. And then there's obviously all the different maps for all the different spots. Here's a little bit of a view of all the new spots. Here's a wand location thing for the Ministry of Magic. And then obviously it has the same where it shows you all the wand locations. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be clicking the Adventures tab. And this is almost a quest-based system. So you're going to be completing quests to unlock different things for your wand, different spells, and then at the end of a lot of the quests, there's usually like a final thing. So I know we're going to be trying to do both the big endings, that there's a Death Eater dueling and a Dementor over at Diagon Alley. So we're gonna just start one of these and we're gonna start walking around. I did just notice, so to get the dueling club, it does say venture around Hogsmeade before trying out the dueling club. So it seems like we're gonna have to be, you know, a little more experienced before we're allowed to do it. But I'm hoping to get to both that one and the defense against the dark arts that is over in Diagon Alley. So I figured we will just do the starting quest that's just called Quick Wanded. I did want to quickly mention that the old wands don't seem to be being phased away. So if you're worried about your old wand being useless, I don't think they're phasing them away. And if you're still wanting that cheaper option, because these are a little more expensive, being $85, the new ones, you can choose that over the new ones. If you're looking for something for like a kid that doesn't really care about the whole app experience, it's a better option. We're going to be heading to our first wand location that does seem to be over here at this building here. So in my experience, they have made these wand locations harder. So we will try to do my best here. Is it resetted? I don't know if it's resetted. It's very bright. I cannot see the screen. There we go. So I'm sure there's probably something I'm supposed to do with the book. Usually it tells you something, but I could not see, so I hope I passed that one. So we did manage to pass that one, it seems. It does show you your next task. It does seem like it takes a second to actually register. I will warn you, sometimes it wants you to like silence the spell or do something else after you do that initial cast that will show up on the screen book below it. Right now, I could not see it because the sun was directly on it and the screen does not like that. So I literally could not read anything on it. So I was hoping that it was not like that. Luckily, it wasn't on that one, but we might end up getting almost stuck if that is the case here in the future. You can kind of see the screen back there on this one. It seems like this one, I will need to do something else. I will say it seems like the new wands do have extra functionality with almost everything. So there's like an extra wand spot that you can use at each location. There we go. See, like that, I know you can't see it, but it's telling me to do a spell. I think did that. I hope I did that, unless I failed, and then I did not do that. Usually the back book will tell you if you failed or not. If otherwise, you'll just have to assume you failed. But it did give me an adventure complete. If you could, again, sorry, it's really hard to film these screens. So, seems like I did that one correctly, but if you do miss, like when I was testing it out at Diagon Alley when I first got it, it does just straight up fail you, and you do have to get like back in line. So it kind of I like it personally because it gives me a little bit more of a challenge to actually do things correctly instead of just waving it around until it does something. So I think that's super fun. So I'm just going to try to show you my phone that says screen recording. So I did do the quick wanded, and it actually automatically put me on the dueling club quest line here, saying that there's suspicious things happening in Hogsmeade. So that's like the main quest line, it seems like, to actually get to duel the Death Eater. So I do believe you actually do have to complete this quest. I don't know if it works with the older wands or not, because of the fact that you do have to complete a quest before you're able to just go straight to like the kind of almost final boss fight of this land. Of course, the one I've got to go to, Honeydukes, is the one with the big old line. I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to do this quest line because it's kind of the most interesting one.
Yeah, it's been giving a lot of people issues.
Yeah, it's my first day using it, so.
Also, they just released like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I don't blame them, trust.
We weren't
one.
Okay. Benitez.
Oh, there we go. Did it finally. Thank you. So you are going to run into this sometimes. So my next part of my quest is to head right back to Dodwig and Deathcap. So just right back over here. They do have workers about helping with the new wands because they seem to be having some issues. She also just told me that over here in Hogsmeade, the sun really hurts a lot of their locations with not being able to see the screen like I was mentioning earlier. So if you're really trying to get used to it, she said definitely go over to Diagon first. So I would probably recommend the same thing. Right back over here. Hopefully this one worked pretty well for me the first time, so there goes. I don't know if I fully mentioned this. They have haptics and lights in the new wands. Let's see if we get another spell. Don't think we did. Oh no, we do. Maybe. Maybe. Map. Think we failed it. Maybe. Oh, there we go. I don't know why you can see that with the glare. Now we're going to continue over to Owl Post. So again, it seems like these new wands are having a little bit of problems. They'll probably fix them here pretty soon with software updates because I didn't have as many problems with the last wands. They do have haptics and lights at the end of the wand, so you're getting that kind of enhanced feature. I think I forgot to mention that. So it's pretty cool that you can do that. And again, a lot of these lawn locations, that was a different ending than what I did the last time. So they've all been updated to handle basically like different like things. So every quest is a little bit different instead of always being the same.
Get rid of these. Right after clearing these petulant pests.
So it does seem like we can go sign up for dueling class now. I will say, again, it seems like these are a little fidgety right now. They do have lots of workers out to help, and I really appreciate that. Like that one, I failed once because I didn't realize she told me I got to step back. So if you're doing that one and you can't figure out why it won't work when you're trying to like blast all the little guys to get them to drop the letters, just try stepping back a little bit. It just seems to be a little fidgety with that. But overall, it's been really fun so far. You will have to bear some lines to just let you know. Almost every location is going to have a little bit of a line. There's just a lot of people using wands, both the old and the new. So just bear that in mind that you might have to wait just a little bit. One thing I will say, the maps isn't super detailed. So to get to the Duelist Club tent, it does seem like we are walking past towards the lockers for Forbidden Journey. And they have set up the Duelist Club tent just past the lockers down this way. There we go. So there's the ending final boss. It's really, really cool. I don't know how much it came out on camera just because the sun's in a really bad position and you couldn't quite see it on video because if I zoomed out, it would have just blown out the middle so you couldn't actually see the dummy. So you get different spells on a screen on your right, like Spoopify and stuff that you're supposed to be able to use on the dummy. That first time I got 2 out of 3, I went back around and got 0 out of 3. So I will say it's very finicky right now. I really hope Universal gets this kind of finished out before the new park opens. It sounds like it's just these new ones that are causing some of the major issues. from talking to some of the workers and stuff. It just seems like they're not fully functioning. So if you came to this video hoping I knew some secret about how to get them to work better, I don't. It just seems like we're going to need to wait for a couple of firmware updates and stuff like that. And hopefully they can get the kind of cameras and stuff to figure it out. It does seem like possibly coming at nighttime is going to be better because it seems like the sun is the key factor on why a lot of this is messing up currently. So we're heading out of Hogsmeade now. We're actually going to be heading over to Diagon because it's just, it seems to be working better is what everybody's saying. So we're going to be heading over there via the Hogwarts Express. And it's in the mornings, always super short, only 10 minutes. I did want to mention first, there's a lot of quests you can do here. I did not even a quarter of them. And with that quest that I did for the dueling club, I did unlock a new quest called Fight for What's Right. That is like a locked quest behind that. Did want to mention that the worker did confirm you do have to seemingly have the new wand, and you also have to complete the dueling club quest line to be able to do that last one. So you can't just skip right to that last one and have fun with the dummy, because I think that's the coolest thing. You do have to work up towards it. So we're heading into Diagon Alley right now. You do have to do another like generic quest before we're allowed to take the Defense Against the Dark Arts class. So we're going to start that right now. I think we're going to do the one in Nocturne, since it seems like those ones seem to be working the best per the worker I talked to earlier. So the quest we're going to start with is Nocturne Resonance. I'm going to click start. Looks like we're going to go to the chimney sweep. That's just right here at the very front of the Nocturne Alley. So obviously not all of these were changed in some significant way. So this one has been the same for quite some time. There we go. We'll come to the locksmith for our next one. Maybe. There we go. So that did actually complete our quest already, so it's only 2. It seems like some of the like side ones might only be 2, but I would say there's multiple different versions of that same quest because there's multiple different wand points in here. I just want to mention, because I've had to do it multiple times, every once in a while it won't update right away, so if you just want to do it, just go back, just click play again and let it reload, and then it will update to your new quest. So now, I believe, nope, we can't do Defense Against the Dark Arts yet, so, oh, Charms or Care of Magical Creatures. Alright, so we're going to do that then. So for this one I didn't mention, this is the one I was testing out on. It does seem you need to do this specific quest to be able to get Defense Against the Dark Arts. So just something to keep in mind, double check. I don't know, I can't remember what the one I did over in Hogsmeade must be the right one though, to unlock Defense Against the Dark Arts. So it does seem as soon as you get done with that care for the animals, it does put you immediately on Defense Against the Dark Arts. I'm gonna have to squeeze through a little bit because this is the line for butterbeer. Or no, this is the ice cream shop. But my one point is right there. Okay, I wanted to mention real quick because it took me more than a hot minute to get this one to function for me. So it kept going off, but my wand wasn't going off. So if your wand doesn't go off, it doesn't mean it registers in the app. So I've been here for like literally 15 minutes, just constantly going back and forth between trying to let people take a turn and me just trying to get it to work. And I finally got it to actually register with my wand. So that's probably why I don't see almost anyone doing a defense against the dark arts, is because that first one, I thought I almost gave up. I thought it was just straight up broken. So that one there was kind of cool if you're doing the defense against the dark arts mission. It's completely different from everything else, and it actually teaches you how to use the Patronus spell. So that seems to be the case with almost every wand location, besides some of like the fixed ones like that troll thing and the umbrella over here, stuff like that. But a lot of the window positions, they all have a special functionality with the new wands. So you'll get kind of the bare minimum functionality with the old ones. They'll still do something, but they all now have like something extra that they do instead of, you know, just doing the same thing. And it will kind of show you what you need to do in the window. We're going back into Nocturne now for, I believe, our last quest before we're on the Dementor. Alright, so the attempt you saw actually wasn't the one, because I was testing out Expecto Patronum on the bird instead. So you didn't actually get to see that one because I wasn't filming, because I had to redo it a couple times. Biggest tip I think I can give you is, first, you know it won't work if your wine doesn't vibrate and line up. That is a for sure, like, that didn't work kind of thing. The other thing is usually it has to do something pertaining to your quest, and I definitely suggest stepping back further than what you expect to. It seems to work so much better. But we're going up to the Dementor right now. right, so we're about done for today. I think doing the two kind of main quests right now is good. We might come back and do like a full day of all that, but this has already taken me quite some time. So I'll talk about it a little bit more right as we get out on Diagon and kind of let you know both my thoughts and some tips that I found while I was kind of doing all this. All right, so a couple things here. I'm gonna start with my views over the whole thing. Other than, you know, all the problems it's clearly having, I think this is a fantastic upgrade. I love the two boss fights are like active boss fights instead of just hitting like one and then you just watch it happen. You have to hit like multiple spells in a row to actually like win the fight, and I think that's super, super cool. Couple things I learned from doing it. First, step back a little bit more. I know instinctively you want to be close to the window. Step back a little bit more. It seems to register better when you're kind of further back than you think you should be. So I was like kind of behind the medallion. My hand was behind the medallion too. They were kind of telling me to keep my hand on the medallion. I was kind of pushing back a little bit more towards the end and I was having much more luck. Make sure your wand lights up with both the vibration and the end lighting up. That's how you know for sure you're gonna have that turn up into your app when it's an adventure. If it's not an adventure, who cares, kind of. But if you're doing an adventure, that's how you complete that part. The other big thing is when you're doing some of the boss fights, especially that Dementor one, I probably showed both clips of me failing once and, you know, dying. Second one, I won. The first one, I noticed I kept getting the wrong one before I'd even go. So you had to go left and right different times to keep pushing him back with your Patronus. I kind of learned that you want to keep your wand down until it's ready for you to go, or it might actually wrong input just from like small hand movements. So that's something to keep in mind. I do again think this is a fantastic upgrade. I love that the Patronus one actually uses the Patronus you put in that. So I put mine as the cat. I think when I took like the quiz, I think I was technically like a doe or something, but I was putting the cat because I like cats. So it's fun that it actually shows up and it actually like protects you there. I think that's super, super fun. So if you like Harry Potter or you like interactive stuff in the parks, this is definitely a great option. Just right now, I know it's having a lot of problems, so I would try to hold off the best you can. Unless you're here for vacation, this took me quite some time. I've been at this for over 3 hours with just the footage you've seen. Obviously, I had to try things multiple times at parts to get them to work, and that's what led to the long excursion here. So if you were trying to do like every quest in each land right now with it kind of being fiddly, I bet it could take you all day. So that's something to keep in mind. Hopefully they'll say something here soon. Hopefully update some of the camera systems or something to make it function better and update the app functionality with your wand. But otherwise, fantastic ad by Universal. I'm excited to see what they do at the Ministry of Magic. Hopefully we'll be there very soon, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching till the end. I really do appreciate it. Hope this video brought a little bit more joy into your day, and we'll see you next time.